Hey YouTube, Dawson Ryder here with a review of S.H.Figuarts Vegeta Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. So, I can't remember the last Dragon Ball figure art I reviewed. I know I've gotten some requests for them, but I kind of just pick up the ones I want to, and I'm not 100% on the concept of either Super Saiyan God or Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, but that was a lot of Super Saiyan right there. But for whatever reason, I really dig the way Vegeta looks in it compared to Goku. Like, it's not that I hate either of them, but something about Goku just doesn't mesh with me as well as I just think Vegeta's looks cool. I don't know. But so that's why I have this guy, and I'm reviewing him, and I haven't reviewed anything else. Anyway, let's just get started. A real quick look at the box. Honestly, nothing too special. You can just see the name there, a little pixelated picture of Vegeta that kind of extends, the logo for Super down there, and on the back it just shows you poses you can get him with. There he is with Goku. Yeah, typical stuff. He comes with the basics for Dragon Ball Figuarts, a follow-over box, which is Vegeta's greatest enemy. I mean, they lead you to believe it's Goku, but it's actually the box that knocks him over. But a bunch of different hands. As you can see on him, I have the traditional closed fist Figuart hands. You have a bunch of different Ki Blast hands. These are kind of more like I'm grabbing you Ki Blasts, or even just grabbing you, regular Ki Blast, and then just sort of a pose martial arty hand. You got 4 faces altogether. The one right here, this is like the Hall of Faces, is like the one you get on him when you buy him. It's just like a generic stern look. The one I have on him is like a stern look looking to the side. And then you have gritting teeth and screaming. So, you know, typical Dragon Ball stuff. And you can see you switch them off very easy. You just basically pull the front of his face off and put it on the front. And honestly, it does work like the faceless assassins from Game of Thrones. But yeah, so as you can see, I have just like stern looking to the side one, and you just pull it off. There it goes. It's run away. It's going home. But just pull it off there, and it literally just tumbled across the room, and I am way too lazy to get up, so he's getting a different face for the remainder of this review. And that's the way it was. I don't know why I said that, but yeah, very simple to switch out. Okay, so yeah, now detail-wise, as you can see, the hair does look kind of cool. It's kind of got a shiny blue look to it, but honestly, I feel like it does look darker when they're powered up, I believe, if I remember, but I was kind of hoping that like when they're powered down or whatever, it's a much lighter blue. It's kind of like this majestic lighter blue that I kind of liked more and was kind of hoping would look like that instead of this. But like the proportions on it are all fine, and like his various faces are pretty much well done in terms of capturing his personality. There is a little bit of oddity on the screaming one for some reason I just feel, but it could just be me. But proportion wise, and the colors on his suit in terms of what it looks like in the show are all represented well. They look very much like the cartoon. There's various little folds and like muscle lines that look good for that purposes. In terms of stability, the figure feels fine. There's no loose joints or anything about him. It doesn't feel overly cheap, which is a good. But the mold is, while it offers that same Figuarts articulation that you're used to getting with this wide range of motion, which I'm showing right now, which I'm sure you've seen 1,000 times in any Figuarts reviews I've done or anybody else. A little toe action joint there. So very well articulated, just like all Figuarts. But there is something kind of off about the mold. Again, could just be me, but just from having so many Figuarts, it feels kind of dated. Like, I hate how much of a gap there is when you move his arm around. I feel that the legs could have benefited from having one of those cool joints that the more recent Kamen Rider Figuarts have, where they have... It's like almost a ball joint right here at the hip. It's not like a full-on noticeable ball, but it's like this kind of... I don't know how to describe it. I'm not really good at describing an engineering term like that, but it just kind of makes for a more fluid motion, and again, less of those gaps that just like, it's a decent figure in terms of having good articulation possibilities, and it doesn't feel cheap, which is always a bonus for me, because I hate when you spend so much money on these figures to have a cheap, loose figure. But it just feels like a bit of a dated mold to me, whereas there's been some innovations in figure art design that really streamline things that I feel could be used here. So I am a little bit disappointed with this overall. I'm still happy to have it because I dig the mold, but dig the form, excuse me. But overall, I feel that this is an okay figure with a bit of a dated mold, and honestly, the hair thing's more of a personal preference, but I wish it would have had the more light-colored version of the hair. I don't know if you can see this, but it looks really cool. There's like, oh, you can't see it as well from here, but there's like a shadow from Vegeta's hair, and it's coming off really cool from where I'm standing because it like looks super big. I got super distracted. That was a total distracted moment. But anyway, until next time, make sure you check out the Crazy Podcast at writersrangersrambles.com, and of course, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, Dawson Ryder signing out.